Hello, goddess, and welcome to this week's Thankful to Thrive Thursday, which, if you heard last week's whole thread triad, shall we say, of my weekly readings that I offer here, is I had recorded all of those in one day. Everything was all, well, this last week didn't quite go how I had intended. It's been, again, learning how to be flexible, how to go with the flow, and surrender and trust the journey, knowing that, and just right there, I about did it again by not setting my little timer here for me. There we go. But that's just it, is being able to just go with the flow, say it's all good, let's just keep moving forward. It is what it is, in the sense of I am relinquishing control over that which I have no control, and thereby reclaiming my power over that which I do, which is me, right? Which is my state of being, my point of attraction, what I am bringing into this realm of experience, leading by example of what it looks like to be in that flexible flow, gratitude, surrender state, right? And that's why Thankful to Thrive Thursday is a theme. Why, in fact, all three of my readings are under, bring with it this underlying theme of what the focus is, what point we're receiving these messages from, this empowerment from. For those who may be new to my channel, my name is Rochelle Richard. Welcome. I am the Twin Flame Goddess here at Empowerment Experiences, which Empowerment Experiences did not start as a Twin Flame experience. And I just caught 111 on the ticker there. It actually is fully foundational in a self-love empowerment experience. That is what Empowerment Experiences is about. And lo and behold, I discovered myself also a twin flame as I was already on this journey in my mission, without realizing it was always a twin flame mission, as well as my innate core soul purpose. And love it here. And that's what you're here to do for you, goddess, is to shift into that space where you are the fullest expression of you, where you are grateful for all that you have endured and overcome, because all of that collection of your empowerment experiences that have been your life, that all of that is the very thing that has been leading you back to you, that has been bringing you back home within, back to reconnecting with your power. So it is really learning how to allow yourself to shift into being thankful for that which is the totality of this journey, because we wouldn't really truly be savoring the joy and the positive and the beauty when we aren't able to experience the antithesis to that, right? It is because of these challenges and this excruciating, painful healing that we have all been enduring and making our way through, that is really truly leading us back to that underlying, true, divine, unconditional love. And that is what we as twin flames are here to anchor the light and amplify that love. Which means you have to be you, the light being that you are, the full brilliance of that which you are. And so for this Thankful to Thrive Thursday, that's where we're going to go. That's where I'm feeling led, is we are going to be asking, again, what does that look like right now with where we are? I know for me, this week has been one of those where Tuesday morning, I went for a business meeting and I got to the coffee shop, and the first thing I said to, he's a barista, I know, one of my favorites, one of my favorite coffee shops. And I said, dude, it is Tuesday morning and it's already been a full week. Right? So here we are, Thursday morning, and wow, what an adventure we are having. And that's what you're here to really allow yourself to see, is that this is a soul adventure. It is not the ego's prison, right? It is not the ego's drama and trauma, although it will tell you differently, right? she lies. Okay? This is a soul adventure. And for the soul, there are no limits. There are no bounds. You are limitless. You are boundless. The vision that you hold within you is exponentially expansive. That which you are is exponentially expansive. But the only person who is keeping you from that expansion is you, meaning keeping you from really allowing yourself to step into all that you are. It's time to liberate yourself from the fear, from, shall we say, the confines of fear. All right. And at this point, I had mentioned the 111, which is a very common number we see, right? Awareness of thoughts. Thoughts become things. Increasing powers of rapid manifestation. Boom, here it is. Transform into the true you. It is time for you to come home to union within, because remember, goddess, this is an evolutionary journey. I know even for me, sometimes I'm like, gosh, sometimes we feel like we talk a lot about the same things over and over. Well, the beliefs that you hold about yourself now were the same things that you heard over and over and over, and then in your mind you repeated to yourself over and over and over. And so this is why we go through this unraveling, this unlearning, but at the same time you're learning new, so you need to be deprogramming while simultaneously reprogramming. Okay, so that's what this is you are letting go of all these limitations and this confinement that is not you. You don't fit in a box. And there I'm hearing, nobody puts baby in a corner. Okay? Unless baby allows herself to be put in a corner. And right now, that is the collective for the divine feminines right now. It is about you fully stepping up into this leadership role. I mean, oh my goodness, right now, the way today, which I'm recording this Tuesday evening, the way today has gone down has just been mind-boggling. All of a sudden, I'm finding myself, like director of operations we're forming an LLC and a multi-member and a whole community. Like, it's just, we're all just ecstatic, but at the same time going, oh my God, how did we end up here? Because it's all divinely guided. And when your soul tribe begins to come in and you start to really be reconnecting, these things are going to end up coming out in the sense of this merging. And where we are, for instance, in this example that I have for you, is the old world had these pretty defined structures. Who's the president, who's the secretary, who's marketing director, and everybody kind of had these already predefined labels, right? Categories. But we're here to break the mold. Let's say, for instance, myself, I am obviously a natural born leader. I love to lead the room. I can do that. I love structure. I love facilitating meetings, but I don't want to be the leader. I don't want all of those responsibilities. I don't want to carry the load. And so that's where we are, is everything is falling into place when you let go of the need to control how everything looks, how you need to know what everything is before you go. It's not an adventure then, goddess. If you know everything that's going to come, how can that be exciting, really, truly? Because if we reached a point, and this is what Abraham Hicks teaches us, right, is if everything just came so easy and you knew what was coming, you really would get sick of it, because it would be boring for the soul. It would be absolutely, utterly boring. It would not be an adventure. And so that's what this is again, it's bit by bit shifting the beliefs about yourself that are confining, the beliefs about your experience, and opening yourself up to the unknown. Because guess what, sister? That's where we are. And this is why so many divine feminines right now are going through somewhat of an identity crisis, right? Shall we say identity crisis, but that's not really what it is. That's what the ego would call it. Because that which you once claimed as your identity, that with which you identified with as your identity, is crumbling. And that ego is flipping out, because the ego may pretend it likes an adventure, but no. She wants to know all the details. She wants to control it all. She wants to know what this looks like. No, not for the soul. The soul loves the unknown, because for the soul, there is no fear. There is only trust and surrender and expansion. And you cannot know all that which is coming. I mean, where we are right now, again, how I'm like, oh, I'll do this, but I don't want that. And then the other person, one of the other goddesses is like, oh, but I'll do that. All right, cool. So we're literally breaking the mold and blazing a new trail. And that is what this new earth vision is about, goddess. And the biggest thing is that do not limit yourself to one thing. This, where we're moving into, is the 5D. It's 5D accountability, 5D totality, right? It is the all in everything that you are. Don't think that just because you like, and I'll use this example, you are a house cleaner, but you also want to care for the elderly. Don't think you can't merge those. Again, that's what we're doing. We're breaking the mold. We're saying no more fucking molds. Stop. Nobody puts baby in a corner. So don't put yourself in that limiting paradigm. We're done with that. We're done with that, goddess. It is time to fully embrace that which is this adventure, and to be grateful for even and especially the challenging times, because it is because of those challenging times that are making you stronger, so that as you continue to step into this unknown, this new earth rising, and allow yourself to be led again, this ship that is this vision, this collective vision, us divine feminines who have come together and stepped up into these leadership positions, we all recognize that the ship is the divine. We are the ones that are, running the controls and guiding the ship, but ultimately the ship drives itself, sails itself, but we do all the operations of it, right? We help guide it as based on what we're being, told through this divine guidance, shall we say, to be part of this vision that none of us have it in its totality. But at the same time, we each individually are being called to step up in each our own totality, to bring all that which is each our own gifts, to own that which you are, to stop minimizing all that you bring into this world, to again allow yourself to be the fullest expression of you, and to recognize this is an adventure of you rediscovering that which you are, and again to show up fully as her. So there it is, goddess, being grateful for that which is the totality of this adventure. Yeah. All right. Woo, we got some things flying everywhere. Right? So right now, I want you to know that the growth that you have been going through with really loving yourself, with practicing, because this is the thing, goddess, and I've been addressing this with more clients more recently, is that, that just went, that's it, is to acknowledge how far you have come. Goddess, it is important to recognize for yourself that you have spent a lifetime becoming very well practiced at not loving yourself. So it's learning to recognize for yourself that, wow, I got pretty fucking practiced at doing this, being my own worst enemy. Now it's time for me to consciously, actively, intentionally practice loving myself. And you have been. And you are being acknowledged for this growth right now. All right. But you have to acknowledge that for yourself, because that acknowledgement, this card that flew all the way over there, it's the very thing that liberates you from this confinement, from these limitations that you are creating for yourself. It is that time to, again, further free yourself from the ego bondages of the identity that it wants to identify with. That really isn't you. Okay? So while you're going through this and shifting this and things feel discombobulating and it feels chaotic, because I assure you right now, sister, there's some things that have been chaotic. That's why I said this morning, look, that's already been this week. But here we are at the end of the day, having said, nope, I'm going to face this head on. We're going to take the action needed. We are going to dance, in essence, through this. We're going to do the dance in terms of the co-creation, right? Moving this energy, because this dance isn't just the physical dance that you do, but it's actually the dance that we do with the universe, with this co-creating energy. It is a dance. And especially I'm seeing this, as you begin to come together and create co-created experiences and opportunities for the community as you further along on this healing journey for yourself, right? You're going to see more and more that this is a dance that you're doing with yourself, that you're doing with the universe, that you're doing with others in your experience. It is. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. And that is what this experience is. It's a dance. It is that adventure, goddess. All right, so drop it like it's hot, sister. Just make sure you can pick it back up. That's what I do like to joke. Drop it like it's hot and pick it back up, right? So with that, let's dive into the Work Your Light deck. Just needed to get some breath in that moment, right? I'm just so hyped up right now. I am so excited, and look at that. Those just jumped out for us. So here we go. We got Quattros here. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. This right now is really amplifying the fact that you know you don't fit in here, goddess. You know this, right? And that is what the recognition of this confinement that you find yourself in. It's realizing that, wait a minute, that wasn't me. And I don't fit in this box that I was forced into in my life. I am now recognizing my power, who I am, and I'm a motherfucking light worker. I am a starseed warrior who is here to, we like to say, spread some fuckery around, all right? We are here to stir shit up. We recognize that the old way, the old world was not made to amplify the human spirit. It was made to diminish it. It was made to destroy it, bit by bit by bit, through suffering. Well, you have come to be a liberator for humanity. You know that you came here to do something big. And I want you to know, goddess, that which your ego may perceive as big, it's big, but yet it's really quite simple. You're here to be you. You're here to be the fullest expression of you and to lead by example in that truth of that which you are, so that others may be willing to then step into the same for themselves. And this is why, again, in this, where I am with this whole amazing what is unfolding, is that was something that I did bring up with those of us who are like the founding members, the leadership committee, as I like to call it, for what is this moving forward, is that I was very insistent that those in leadership positions, they have to have been being present. Showing up is the most important thing as a leader. Is you show up, you're the first one there and the last one to leave, especially if it is a new vision. Way down the road, when it's become a well-oiled machine and the foundation has been laid and you got the whole structure built and it runs itself, then you step aside and allow all that which you have created, co-created here, to continue to grow organically as its own entity, a life of its own. Oh, it's just so incredible what's going on, because you've been training for this for lifetimes. You knew that all these lifetimes you were preparing for this one, goddess, the one where you heal all the past life shit, you heal all that ancestral shit, breaking generational curses. This is the one. But that's why it's so intense. That's why it feels so heavy. And that's why at times you're like, I don't know why I'm crying. I don't know what's going on, but I'm feeling things I've not felt before, and I can't put my... Only the ego needs to label it. Don't box yourself in. All right? Remember, it is about liberating yourself. Right here. Liberating yourself. Okay? Don't box yourself in. So you knew, again, as you came here in this life, that this was it. You knew you were prepared for this. And you have been. You just need to allow yourself to recognize that in yourself. Again, taking that step back, detaching, and, stepping back into the soul essence of that which you are, and detaching from the perceived reality in which you are participating. All right? Well, right here, this is where we are. Energetic upgrades. The divine feminines are going through massive up levels right now. We are all being called again to step up into this next level of leadership, of again bringing forth, birthing the new earth as we continue forward. Again, and it's going to be a whole lot of collective, like community endeavors, true community endeavors, where it's not just one person, and it's certainly not an elitist structure. That is what originally this whole fiasco was going to be. But again, we feminine stepped in, we recognized the toxic masculine behavior that was taking place, and we said, no, we'll walk and we will take all of our gifts with us, and you can do it all by yourself. But instead, at the same time, we said, no. We're going to rally around this, and we are going to say, no. You're a wolf in sheep's clothing, and you gots to go, homie, because you just done activated all the mama bears here, all the leadership goddesses who were like, oh no, you got to go through me to get to all of these artists, in the sense of, again, recognizing where your wisdom is, right? Where your place is. And for me, it is a leader. You got to go through me to get to them. They don't know what's going on, and I won't let you do to them what I see very clearly that you're attempting to. And that was, again, standing side by side with fellow divine feminines who also saw the same collective vision and feel the same collective energy. We don't know where exactly we're going. We just know that's where we're just being called this way. And that's where we are very much, again, trusting the adventure, trusting the journey, knowing that, again, whatever the ego got to say about, oh my God, I'm so scared. Well, she's lying to you, okay? Remember, I want to remind you, and you can experience this clarity in my 17-day self-love empowerment challenge, where we touch on the emotional frequency scale. So I remind you, because everything is frequency, everything is energy, all right? Everything emits a certain vibration, and you are your point of attraction. Clarified here, this is why fear is such an easy manipulation tool. There is no love in fear. Fear vibrates at, I want to say it's a 100 frequency. You got love all the way up here at a 500 frequency. That is a huge jump. Fear is not the opposite of love. All right? It's just that fear resonates at a lower frequency. Love is the higher frequency. That's why right now with the whole, again, the narrative and how they're using fear, and they're claiming it's from a love. Oh, but you love your neighbor. Oh, but you want to protect your neighbor. No. Stop. All right. It is, oh, you're going to get him sick. Fear. See what I mean? Underneath that facade of fake love, it's fear. It's manipulation. It's gaslighting. So where we are right now is, again, really taking that step back into your energetic essence, the soul being that you are, and beginning to really recognize that you're not this reality. You're not this identity with which your ego identified with. You're so much more, okay? So much more. And that's where we are, is further awakening to that realization. So as you do, this will feel discombobulating. It's going to feel chaotic. You're going to feel like, oh my God, I don't have my bearings. I've never been here before. I'm feeling my way through the dark, blah, 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 blah. That is your ding, 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 ding. Your little ringer here, your little alarm. Grounding, get grounded. You can, you got all that willy-nilly, energy popping off. You need to ground yourself. Okay? Another thing we definitely touch on in the Self-Love Empowerment Challenge is what I call a giver's list. These are things that really give to you what you need when you're feeling discombobulated, when you're feeling ungrounded, when you're feeling in a lower vibration. These good vibe givers are the things that assist you in facilitating the shift of your own state of being. Okay? So, get grounded, connect with nature, go, get out, right? Don't just stay home and don't live in fear. And that's what they've wanted all this time. No, it's time to liberate yourself. But that's why, again, it's as you liberate yourself from, again, the confines in your own mind, you also begin to really clearly see the manipulation and the confines of this reality. Okay? So, but it must begin within. That realization, you have to be willing to be seeing yourself in order to really see. You have to see within in order to see without, right? It is still that mirroring in the sense of so within, so without, as above, so below. Okay? So with that mirroring and such, we of course are very intrigued to hear what the Divine Masculine may have to say for us as we are again shifting into this realization of the adventure and recognizing the expanding self-love, the integrations, the practicing that is happening, the growth in that arena. So as you continue to, and it's, and that's the thing, Goddess, is it's not going to feel like, oh my God, big, huge change. But if you actually look at where you were and where you are, it is a massive change. So that's, again, allowing yourself to see this, which is definitely an act of self-love, is to allow yourself to see your growth and how far you've come. And look, he's all like, look, playfulness, have fun. Remember, an adventure. Goddess, you're on an adventure. Don't be so serious. Don't be so serious. So playfulness, have more of that. Again, because that is the very thing that is going to be peeling back the layers for you to be connecting more with your truth, to be the fullest expression of you. This inner child healing is definitely being continued here, because remember, as a young child, life was so much an adventure. You were like, oh my God, what magic is going to happen today? Oh, are we going to go for a field trip at school? I wonder what we're going to do today, right? So start to allow yourself to see the world once again through the innocent eyes of wonderment of your inner child, of who you once were, because that is the truth of you. That is you coming back home to you, and that is what the Divine Masculine is sending our way, is to continue to reconnect with your inner child, to continue to love yourself and assist in that growth of healing these wounds, of of the growth from, you know, being hard on yourself, being the critical parent, getting the fuck off your back, goddess. Allowing yourself to be the fullest expression of you. Wow. And with that, we had 111. I am definitely very much feeling called to the animal messengers. So let's just see what we may have there. And we've got animal messengers. Ooh, the skunk. I'm intrigued. Let's just see, shall we? Good times, good times. Okay. Let's see here. Skunk, spiritual meaning. All right. And we have here, it is, ooh, the concept of making and adhering to boundaries represents a careful use of resources. Only use their defenses when necessary. OMG. There it is. It symbolizes the importance of being who you are and living authentically without caring about other people's opinions. It's to help you build up your self-confidence. Oh my gosh. Skunks typically symbolize protection, tenacity, uniqueness, and again, more reference to the importance of boundaries, right? It's really learning to recognize that through the clarification and implementation of your own personal and especially energetic boundaries, you're actually going to prosper more in the sense of you're going to be able to be more expansive because you have taken responsibility for your own energetic. You are responsible for your energetic being, and that means to also have these boundaries so you're not hemorrhaging energy, and that's huge right now, goddess. Is again with the persecution wound being healed currently right now, that means the narcissism is big time amplified. And that's, like I said, where we are with what's been unfolding in my life this week is holy mo, and the gaslighting was appalling. Like, we're just dumbfounded that this individual thought he could get away with all of this. Well, wrong bitches. That's what we're saying right now. Wrong. We are worthy, abundant bitches, not weak ass bitches. All right. Wrong bitches. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about, goddess, is it's owning all that you are. And see, I'm a little pumped up, a little passionate right now. All right. And let's see here. Ooh, effective spiritual messenger of transformation. Again, work on your self-esteem, respect your abilities, appreciate, hello, thankful to thrive Thursday, right? Appreciate the gifts and talents that Mother Nature has blessed you with, which there we go, connect with nature. Because when you are really anchoring into the present moment and connecting with nature and grounding, that is when you're really able to feel, you're able to really truly connect with your power and recognize with extreme clarity what your power is, who you are, all that you are. So allow yourself that, goddess. Allow yourself. Okay. And that is where we are for the evening, or I say the evening because I'm again recording it for the evening. But for this Thankful to Thrive Thursday, all I'm gonna do is encourage you today to check out the 17-day self-love empowerment challenge, goddess. It is the perfect place to start. You do get started off with my twin flame confirmation checklist. It is my own perspective based on ending up in a whole arena that I didn't even believe in twin flames when all of this came my way. And I'm like, oh, universe, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. Well, here we are. I'm doing this, right? I'm fully immersed. Here we are. So with that, though, you get the twin flame confirmation checklist, so you can go through that. But that's just like the front end. Like, that's like the cover story, shall we say. Because deeper in it, it is about you feeling empowered on this journey. It is about you being able to step into all that you are, no matter what he or she, whatever your DM is, no matter what they ever do or don't do, that you're still stepping into all that you are. You're still showing up as you've come to show up in this world. You are being the leader in your life in whatever way that looks like. Because even if you are not this person like me, where I am very active, much more so now in the community, and, very business minded, very entrepreneurial, manifested focused in terms of what's being created, what my contribution is to this new earth, right? But really allowing, and I totally lost that as well. Oh my gosh. Wow, I just get stuck on that, not stuck, but that new earth right now with everything that's just unfolding. It's so beautiful. There it was. That you may not be in that entrepreneurial space, but no matter what, goddess, you are a leader to those around you. Your family, your coworkers, whatever it is. You can be a leader by example of you stepping into your truth and your power, and then you in turn just simply illuminate the path for others to follow, just by you taking responsibility for you, your point of attraction, your light, your healing, all these things, your state of being. How are you showing up in the world? All right, goddess. Again, I will put the link down below for the Twin Flame Confirmation Checklist. And of course, as I said, the 17-day self-love empowerment challenge. It's all free for you. It is just my give back, my gift to you to say, oh my gosh, there's so much that I want to give you. However, I compacted it into a confirmation checklist and 17 days of reclaiming your power. So again, you walk away from this going, wow, I feel so much better. And even if the case comes to be where it's like, wow, I'm really loving this, I want to go deeper. I want to reclaim all of my power. And that's when we chat and, discuss options such as my Empowered with Rochelle All Access Pass, group coaching experience. It's just, there's so much to it. So much to it. With that, goddess, I will let you go on your merry way. Again, the link for the challenge, the checklist and challenge, which also has an ongoing giveaway. So be sure to be checking those emails when they come. And like I said, right now, there's just so much. I'm so stoked. There's so much amazing that's happening and unfolding. And we don't even know what it all looks like. And that's why, again, adventure. You choose, goddess, the meaning you give to your experience. What do you choose? That is the question. And with that, I remind you that that power of choice is in your hands. Because that power has always been inside you. Namaste.